that together we are strong. Together we can bring change. Otherwise, it's not going to happen. We're going to keep on blaming blame Ottawa, blame province, blame United NATO, United Nations. Keep blaming. We need to stop the blame game right now and start working, start acting towards protecting the climate and also good environment what we are living right now on this planet Earth. Thank you very much for this wonderful time. And again, I want to say one thing before I go out here. I'm requesting my Nanaimo community. It's our beautiful community. The parks can only do so much, right? They have been overloaded with the work, the parks department in our city. So wherever you are in your community, please go to your parks, go your natural areas. If you see any invasive species, please remove them. I have been volunteering in various communities, to take a lead and to volunteer and remove those things, because those invasive plants have significant effect on our bees and on our native vegetation over here. For example, I'll tell you. One, I was there in India, living in the deep jungles and rainforests, studying the ecological response for the present global warming, and also studying the human and wildlife conflict. See, the reason there's so many human and wildlife conflicts over there, because the plant called lantry, it's a very thorny plant, and it's being spread like a wildfire on the forest floor over there. So there's no vegetation grows underneath there. So because it's invasive plant took over the jungle, so all the animals cannot go through, all the elephants cannot go through, tigers cannot go through, deers can't go through. So then deers, they come to the farming area. The tigers and cheetahs follow them. Elephants cannot get in, they come to the farming area. So this is how the human and wildlife. See, we talk about invasive plants. A little invasive plant can bring so much change. So that is why we should not ignore the little things. Little things, today's little things, tomorrow it becomes big thing. So we all together have to join our hands and work smartly and efficiently to make our environment beautiful and protect our environment. Thank you very much. I love you all.
Thank you, Virat. Our last speaker for today is Stephen Earle, who is a professor in earth science at Thompson Rivers University's Open Learning Program. Before Stephen speaks, I would like to make a quick note. I did tell a couple people that they would be able to speak after. We're not going to have enough time as we need to be out of here at a certain time today. I apologize. Thank you so much for your interest in speaking. Please welcome Stephen to the stage.
There we are. Can you hear me? Thank you, Jocelyn, very much. And I am honored to be here on the ground of the Nanaimo First Nation. And I come to you from Gabriola, which is also part of the Nanaimo First Nation. And I'm honored to be able to live there.
Go, Gabriola!
We are here to uproot the system, and I want to talk about two ways that we can do that. And the first one of those is political, and that's what we're doing right now. We are being political. I know that almost all of you must have voted last week, and that's the other way. We all have to vote for what we want. We may not like the outcome that we got. It wasn't that great. We might find out later today that it's changed. Who knows? The other thing, once we have our political system in place, we need to talk to our politicians and tell them what it is we want them to do. Otherwise, they won't know. They'll do the things that other people tell them they want them to do. We need to tell Justin Trudeau that his climate plan is not adequate. It is too short term. It's full of aspirations and not real clear targets that he can meet. So we need clear, ambitious, short-term targets, not far future aspirations. The other reason we're here and that people are here all around the world on this Fridays for Future Day is that COP26 is coming up at the end of next month in Glasgow. And that's so important that we send messages to politicians that are going to that they have to take it seriously. We are in a, what's the word that, a red alert on the climate on this planet. We have to act now. And so we need to get our politicians acting. So we need to send emails, get on Facebook and Twitter, sign petitions to let our politicians know that we have to act. Thank you. But the other side of the coin is that we have to get personal about climate change, and I thank Oliver for talking about this as well, because it's not good enough just to tell politicians what we want them to do. We have to walk the walk on climate change. We have to tell businesses and politicians that we ourselves are willing to make the kind of changes that are necessary. About 30% of our emissions here in British Columbia come from transportation, and an awful lot of that comes from private cars. Another 15% of our emissions here are from the fossil fuel industry, and that's because we have so many cars. So we can make a big difference to our emissions by driving less. We need to walk, we need to bike, we need to take the bus. I know there's some students here from VIU, and I know that VIU students played a role in organizing this. VIU is one of the only institutions in British Columbia that doesn't have a U-Pass, so that students in virtually every other institution in this province can take the bus for free. And that's a wonderful encouragement to them to take the bus. 15 years ago, I tried to get a U-Pass going at VIU when I was teaching there, and it just got blocked. And it still hasn't happened. So that's a thing that can be done. So that's about all I wanted to say. We need to get political, tell our politicians what we want them to do, but more important than that, we need to get personal about climate change and be the change that we want to see. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Stephen. I'd also like to give a big thank you to everyone who is on the organizers team today, and everyone who came to help us set up. As well as a big thank you for everyone who spoke today, as well as Elise Boulanger, who will be continue to play shortly. I'd also like to let you know that the Nanaimo Climate Action Hub has written a letter to Vancouver Island University demanding that they make stronger policies on the climate emergency. Please take a moment to read it and sign it at their table today. And don't forget to donate to Rise Bridge Project. I invite everyone to stick around to do some chalk art, visit the tables around at the back, and listen to the lovely music from Elise Boulanger. We'd also like to let you know that the hotel employees at the Coast Bastion are having a workers' rally at 5:30 today to request better working conditions. If you would like to show your support there, please go ahead. Thank you all for coming to the march today and the rally, making this such a great event. Thank you again.
Woo!